Man, they already here, huh? Before I even went live. But yeah, I'm gonna talk about that in a minute. I was supposed to meet with Bill Haney today because Bill Haney is in town. I missed him yesterday because I had to go to work, but man, I hope he ain't in San Francisco. I hate driving to San Francisco. Hate going over that damn bridge. Man, that's like San, and I hope he ain't in downtown San Francisco, because that's like the double whammy. It's bad enough trying to go there, but like if you park in certain places in San Francisco at a certain time, man, you'll come out your car be gone. And they gonna take your car like somewhere half across town or something. Take it to, I don't know, South San Francisco or something. So I hope he in Oakland. Because if not, we might have to do Zoom. So, but we'll see. But we'll see. I gotta talk to him about some stuff behind the scenes, something that I'm gonna try to organize and put together with him and Devin. See if we put something together. But yeah. But as far as Lomachenko goes, Lomachenko is full of it. He already done had plenty of chances to fight Devin Haney, and he has not made any attempt to fight Devin Haney. So it's not like this is something new. He's been doing this. He asked to be elevated to super champion, which ain't really supposed to be a real belt. But then again, Mauricio Sullivan, he don't know whether it's a real belt himself. 1 minute it isn't, 1 minute, it is. I guess it depends on who has the title super champion. We know if you Mexican or non-black, then you could be a super champion, but they ain't no such thing as a black super champion, not that I know of. But it is what it is. And the funny thing is, the WBC and just everybody got egg on their face from that joke of a fight that took place on Saturday. Now that the next fight is lined up, rumor has it that Canelo and Billy Joe Saunders could possibly be in Las Vegas at Allegiant Stadium. So a lot of boxing news is going on. Chris Arreola is going to take on Andy Ruiz. I like that fight. Should it be on pay-per-view? Absolutely not. But I like that fight. I think Andy Ruiz, the new disciplined, committed to boxing Andy Ruiz. He got that flubber off of him. So he didn't got his shape, and that's cool. That's cool. Looked like he got a nutritionist. So shout out to Andy Ruiz. Now I gotta cover some fight that's coming up on Showtime. I forgot what it is, so I'll look at the notes when I get home. Appreciate that. I mean, depending on where the fight is, I may go watch it. If it's in Las Vegas, I could do. If it's in Las Vegas or somewhere that got that could have live spectators, then I may go check that out. I hope they don't put that fight in that damn bubble. It's something I want to say so bad about that fight, but I'm gonna wait till later. Cause I know I'm gonna talk a gang of stuff later on. But I like that fight though. I think it's gonna be a good, exciting fight. I think people gonna like it. You could throw defense out the door, because it won't be any defense, because Chris Arreola has no defense whatsoever. And that big ass nose of his is just gonna be a target for Andy Weiss. So gonna be a good fight, but I don't know why they putting this on pay-per-view. And like I said, this is one of the many problems that I have with the PBC. Didn't I tell you that fight? Didn't I tell you that was the fight that was coming up? Who predicted that fight was coming up? Me. I told you. I know what I'll be talking about. I still got my connects. Now, if this fight comes to fruition, remember where you heard it first. But then this is just typical, like I said, this is typical of, Al Heyman and Floyd Mayweather. Tank won't give no brother a payday. But Mario Barrios, he cool. I like Mario Barrios. He cool. But Mario Barrios is really tall. I mean, he's like, Mario Barrios is like 5'11", 6 feet tall. Because I'm like 5'11". So and Mario Barrios pretty much look about the same height as me. So that's gonna be a tall order for Tank. More than likely that fight will probably go back to Texas, because I'm gonna tell you right now, I think within the next few months, you just gonna start hearing about more places just opening up. Because I think Alabama announced, I think it was the University of Alabama, I think they announced like today that when the season starts, they going back to full capacity. So, they was at 20% like last year. So they already said that they all, in all likelihood, they going to full capacity, which I already told you that by the end of the year, all these teams are gonna be operating at worst case scenario, like 50, 60% capacity. Have to. They have to. Like I said before, none of these leagues can survive without live spectators. They can't just strictly rely on TV money. They need to have those games so they can have people working at those concessions. I heard about that. Nobody don't want to see Chavez versus Canelo again. Why? So he can stand around and let Canelo hit him again and not really put forth for effort. So he thinks somebody want to see that again. Nobody don't want to see that again. We seen it already. Like I said before, I'm glad that ESPN Spanish writer called out that fight. I'm so glad that people are calling Canelo out on his BS. I hope Canelo don't take that fight. Canelo's, I just think people are getting sick of Canelo. I just think that they expected him to do more, because Canelo, to me, hasn't done enough. Because like I said, he been maneuvering from circumventing his weight classes. He done got away with a lot of stuff. And like I said before, I'm not really looking forward to the Billy Joe Saunders fight, which, by the way, Billy Joe Saunders has called out has called out Eddie Hearn. He said he believed that Eddie Hearn is betting against him so he can officially sign Canelo to a long-term deal. Pardon me. Which I thought Canelo already signed to the zone. But I guess maybe it's a, fight by fight basis. I just don't want to, like, I just can't. It's just, like I said, it's just getting unbearable to watch Canelo fight these type of dudes, because he's done next to nothing since the zone deal has jumped off. Hey, what's up? I'm not up for, I'm not excited about no Billy Joe Saunders fight. Like I said, the thing that gets depressing about Canelo is just like whenever Canelo fights somebody, it just seemed like the outcome is just already predetermined. Like I said before, Urdrin is, or whatever the hell his name is he was just trash. And the question that remains once again that you have to ask, how in the hell was he the mandatory and he lost his last fight? Nobody can answer that question, and then people trying to slob on Canelo's knob like he just did something amazing. Now, like I said, I expect Marcos to like ride for his boy because he Mexican like Canelo. So I don't have no problem with that. But to sit up there and try to say it's undebatable that Canelo, why? Because you say so? Why? Because you Mexican and you say so? I don't care about that. Just because you think he is don't mean I have to accept it. You could go to hell. And like I said, Canelo and Ryan Garcia they just kind of fraudulent. Ryan Garcia is a extreme fraud. He talked all that smack, and now it appears that he gonna have to wait in the back of the line because Tank got other business to take care of. Now, if he fights Barrios, that'll be a tall order for, you know what I'm saying? That'll just be a tall order for Tank. But that'll just be, because Tank ain't that big. Tank is like 5. Tank is like 5'5". I'm gonna tell you something. I want y'all to look at Ryan Garcia, how he hits the punching bags. Ryan Garcia don't have no head movement, and Ryan Garcia gonna get nailed again. I promise you that. And the next time he get nailed, he ain't gonna get back up. And it was so funny. His own camp was saying, "You ain't ready for no Manny Pacquiao. Like, you crazy." And then he got up there and say, "Oh, I'm not gonna fight. I'm not gonna fight." Devin Haney. Oh, he brings nothing to the table. He got it. It's gonna be a boring fight. Well, you have to make an exciting fight. And people act like Devin Haney is a dude that like fight going backwards and he does a lot of backpedaling. He's on his bicycle. That's not true. That's not even remotely true. But it is what it is. It's just a flat out duck. But then again, the way Ryan Garcia got nailed, in his last fight, I kind of, I kind of understand. But I never thought Ryan Garcia was as good as they was making him out to be anyway. I never did. Never did. So now, I just was looking at, dang, where all this, like, why is everybody, like, giving this dude all this praise and he's done next to nothing? Oh, I know why. Yeah, Ryan Garcia is the Mario Lopez of boxing. I guess you could say he's a heartthrob, but that don't mean he can fight. But all this stuff with Canelo ducking, this dude refuses to fight David Benavidez, refuses to acknowledge. I don't understand that. You just refuse to. He act like he is scared to death of David Benavidez. But Canelo gonna say, I'm pretty sure Canelo sent David Benavidez one of his imaginary contracts. Like I said, I thought Canelo, what was that he said? He said he was Mexican and he don't fuck around. Well, he been doing a lot of fucking around when it comes to David Benavidez. He been doing a lot of that. He been doing a lot of maneuvering. What happened to that warrior? I thought he died. What happened to that warrior stuff? How you a warrior and you like being very selective about who you supposed to want all the smoke. But then again, he don't. It shouldn't have took no 6+ years to say Demetrius Andrade, but he won't even say the dude's name. Been running from that man for like 6 or 7 years. Won't even acknowledge the man. Been running from Charlo. But then his delusional fans keep saying that Charlo is easy work. Well, if Charlo is easy work, why won't you set a fight date? You had a literally hand-picked mandatory. You picked that dude to be your mandatory. They didn't. And that's why they was looking like, boy, Canelo just really screwed us. Okay? He just really screwed us. But yeah, quack, quack. For real. Quack, quack. He don't want to fight David Benavidez, but the thing is, he missed the stipulation. He missed her, clause. Canelo clause. Because he always having some kind of clause in the contract. And for real. Yeah, I guess so. Look at the Irish. Look at the Irish. I guess so. Davis. I guess so, bro. Hey, he got luck, all right. He got the luck of the judges. He got the luck of, stipulating you and handicapping you. He got what's up, man? What's up, KP? He got all that luxury. I wonder, I'm surprised Canelo ain't put in a contract. Like I said, he want to control your weight. He want to weight drain you. He want to control how much you rehydrate. I'm surprised Canelo ain't put in the contract. You can't throw no more than like 10 punches per round into the 4th round. Then the 4th round, like for real, that's what he do. For real, that's what Home Skillet do. I mean, how long this dude been getting away with making up his own weight classes? And oh yeah, shout out to my homie. Shout out to the homie. And I noticed when you and see, here's the thing with Canelo in his stance. You try to have cool dialect. You try to have, what's up, LB? You try to have see, I'm glad the real people are here. You can't have a dialect about Canelo without his fans, especially the Mexican extremists. Like Ego said, they love to bring up some black fighter. They love to bring up, oh, well, what about Floyd? What about Floyd? We ain't talking about Floyd. They love to bring up some black fighter. That just go, but they swear to God, we the ones that make shit about race. I swear, you have any, they all do that. Like I said, the only fighters that YouTubers are allowed to criticize is black fighters. Don't criticize the Mexican fighter. Don't criticize the Asian fighter. Definitely don't criticize a white fighter. It's like Quick Draw McGraw. Now hold on there. For real. They quick. So did you start talking about Canelo? Somehow, some way, Floyd, you ain't even talking about Floyd. Well, you know what, Floyd did this. I don't give a fuck. We talked about Floyd. We talked about Canelo. You talk about Triple G or somebody else. They bring it up. Well, Adrian Broner did. Man, we ain't talking about Adrian Broner. They love to play the distraction game. They love to try to play boomerang. You throw something out there and they try to throw it another direction. No, we talking about Mr. Claus in the contract. Straight up. Now, and speaking of other non-black fighters, now it appears that Mikey Garcia is trying to possibly block the Terrence Crawford Manny Pacquiao fight. Now, it appears that Mikey Garcia has something in place where a deal was struck where he was supposed to fight Manny Pacquiao. But now you hearing this so-called investor stuff, and then possibly a $50 million purse. So now Manny Pacquiao is leaning towards Terrence Crawford. So Mikey Garcia seemed to be like, okay, my option is this. Should I fight Terrence Crawford and more than likely lose, but walk away with $40 million, or I take the Mikey Garcia fight in a fight that I'm gonna more than likely win, but I get less money? Because I can promise you, he ain't getting no $40 million to fight no Mikey Garcia. He might get 20, might get a 20 piece, but he ain't getting no 40 million. But like I said before, I don't even believe that there's no investors. Like I said, we don't believe you need more people. Who is these investors? That's all I'm saying. You know, that's all I'm saying. Who is these investors that's willing to risk $50 million to put on the fight? And wherever this fight is gonna have to have live spectators. You talking about a lot of money being involved. One thing about the so-called sponsors, the so-called rich people, that's, you know, they don't want to lose a $40 million. Like, they want to make a profit off of this. Keep in mind, investing mean like they're hoping that they get a turnaround. They basically gonna cover the salaries for those two fighters. But at the end of the day, Manny Pacquiao and Terrence Crawford still need to do big numbers. They still need to do big numbers. Manny Pacquiao and Terrence Crawford have to do like, they gonna have to do like over 1 million pay-per-view buys. Like, you know, they gonna have to do a lot, because if they do under 1 million, then it's probably gonna be considered a flop. So you have to understand, they have to be guaranteed. They have to be guaranteed that they gonna turn a profit, and that's what I'm saying. So if they do have the $40-50 million available, you talking about pay-per-view, you talking about a live gate, and you talking about a live gate that's gonna have to hold, like, worst case scenario, at least 20,000 fans. And then you talking about selling the tickets for like a sky high price. Those Deontay Wilder Tyson Fury tickets was hella expensive. So that's all I'm saying. That's why I'm kind of skeptic in believing that this could just be something Manny Pacquiao just throwing out there. Because once again, he asked for 40 million, but I haven't heard anything from the Manny Pacquiao camp saying that, hey, they found an investor. And you really haven't heard nothing from Bob Arum. This is just a rumor that has just been going around. I'm just explaining to you guys the mathematics. Like I said, so if you got a guy that's willing to put up, like I said, I would believe it if they said they was going to put up probably 30 million. Manny Pacquiao get 20, Bud get like 10, because that seems more feasible. But like I said before, you're talking about $50 million. You're talking about $50 million. So you're gonna have to bring back something comfortable. That's all I'm explaining to y'all. And it's this quarantine shit going on, this pandemic. So that's why it might be a cap. That's all I'm saying. Now, if it's true, then by all means. But I'm waiting for the Manny Pacquiao team to say, hey, we really do got some investors. You know? I just really think Manny Pacquiao is weighing over his options. Like I said before, do we want to take Mikey Garcia in a winnable fight for less money? Or do we want to take Bud in a big fight for big money, but in all likelihood, he leave with an L? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, y'all. Y'all got to think logically. You know? But I know we need to hear something soon. Because if I was Bud, like I said, I was just going to take the Sean Porter fight. That's a good fight for him. You know what I'm saying? That would further legitimize him at 147. Even though everybody and their mama would make excuses for him beating Sean Porter, but at the end of the day, I'd be like, shit. If I'm Bud, I'd be like, the hell with y'all. Y'all asked me to fight the dude, I beat him. And then you look at, you know, I'm just keeping it 100. Well, according to some people, he ain't legit. So I'm just like, so I'm just saying, You got to be somewhat legit if you was an undisputed champion in a lower weight class. And since you went up to 147, you just stopped everybody that came your way. And like I said, people take stuff and run with it and just say, oh, well, he said he moving up to 154. He been saying that. Just like Errol Spence been saying he moving up to 154. So what's the big deal with Errol Spence saying he moving up to 154 versus Bud doing it? If I was Bud, I wouldn't even pay Danny Garcia no mind. Danny Garcia had a chance to fight him 2 years ago. And remember, he had a chance to make a chance to make up to like $4 million possibly. But hey, he took the million and some change to fight Adrian Granados over the $3 million to fight Bud. So that's on him. And then Danny Garcia, he didn't look good in his last performance. He just didn't. I don't know what it was. He just didn't look good. Cause like I said, the whole overall fight looked like a high, you know what I'm saying, a high stakes video game, the way they fought at times. But, Errol got the victory, so now he move on. Next up, I believe that's me, Big Daddy Kana. Light up the mic for... Nah, I'm just kidding. But nah, next up, Ugas is possibly next up. I'm going to make some phone calls. I'm going to check on the status of the Ugas fight. But it looked like Ugas is next up for Errol Spence. And then there's a backup plan too in case the Ugas fight fall through. So hopefully an announcement will come up in the near future. That ain't no pay-per-view fight neither. But that's their new thing now. They want to put everything on pay-per-view now. Everything. And I thought this stuff was going to be on free TV. I thought they was getting rid of pay-per-view. Well, pay-per-view is coming on strong. And this is funny, you guys. This is just real talk. Let me be careful. Let me be careful what I say, because I don't want nobody to think that I'm hating on them. So you got, what, 4 pay-per-views coming up? Possibly. All the way up until May. You have Ruiz versus Areola. That's one. Then you got Carissa Shields fighting on a pay-per-view. And then you got Fake Paul fighting on a pay-per-view. Then more than likely, you got Canelo fighting on another pay-per-view of $49.99. So you basically, within the next 2 months, you got, you know what I'm saying? You feel me? You got 4 pay-per-views. So where's all this money gonna come from that they expect the fans to fork out to buy all these pay-per-views? These $50 a pop pay-per-views. Answer that question. Riddle me this, riddle me that. That's all I'm saying. Who they think gonna foot the bill for, all the pay-per-views? Legit question. Real legit question. know. But hey, that's funny. Hey, that's funny. Hey, stimulus money. They want them stimulus money. Hey, that's kind of funny, but it seems like it's true. They plotting on evil stimulus money. All right, you guys. I'm out.